It's been a little while. Good Lord, this game. Abomination in its right, but also good to some people. So we're going to talk a little bit about Metal Gear Survive today. And why I feel it was a good game, but a poor Metal Gear game.
I can't say when... Captain, there are various types of skills, all of which give you special abilities. Making good use of these will increase your chances of survival in this world.
Just run out here for a second. That cloud strife though. Okay. So first off, one of the reasons why I think it was a good Metal Gear game, or should I say lack of a good Metal Gear game, is because of the survival aspect in the online-only connectivity. But to really get started into it, come here, you guys. This aspect right here. It took a lot of assets from Metal Gear Solid 5. Metal Gear Solid 5 did a lot of right things. But the online connectivity and some of the other things really downplay how good this game's potential could have been. I feel like if it wasn't piggybacking off the Metal Gear IP, it could have been a really good series on its own had it used the original ideas, changed some of the characters, things of that nature. With that being said, Metal Gear Survive's not bad on its own. But when you link it with the Metal Gear name, that's when it really downplays the value here. Also, another thing I hate is Virgil and her constant talking. So, aside from just a small amount of me playing, screwing around, because it's been...
Pay attention to your stamina.
Thanks for interrupting me, Virgil.
Before you're out of gas.
My point exactly in what I was just talking about. It's been, I want to say, a good year or so since I've really touched this game. I felt like it was honestly far too short. The enemies themselves seem kind of plain, to be honest. It's just there's a lot of different things that influence it. This is an accurate representation on what I feel like Konami's become. A raging dumpster fire. Making nothing more than just a cash grab here. But honestly, it had some potential. Some. It could have been an independent, brand new IP that they created from the ground up using the Fox engine. I think it would have been really good. But that being said, they had to go off the Metal Gear name because that's what the fans still wanted. Granted, as of right now, we've got the recent rumors and news and whatnot, and I'll let you guys check out anything in the comments down below. But there is a lot of speculation back in March of 2020, and more recently, end of September 2020, that we're getting all these new rumors about another Metal Gear. About Solid Snake's fanfare return to PlayStation 5. But, that being said, none of it's true. It's all rumors. There's plenty of data showing that it's a desired topic. The people want it. It's just a likelihood Konami's going to return to Metal Gear. The way I see it, not too much. So... we'll just have to see how things go. Because if they did bank on this Metal Gear rumor, and it is what everyone thinks, it could be a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake. That's honestly what Konami needs to be doing. They get remakes like that, I think we'll be doing pretty good. If we get an original remake of the first game, second, and third, it's a good start. They've also talked about bringing Silent Hill back, apparently, which is also rumored. That was talked about back in March. There's also speculated rumors about that as well, but there's enough of the Konami back catalog there to actually bring people back into their favor, so they don't have to make crap cash grabs like this. As I said, I feel like Metal Gear Survive is a good game, but a poor Metal Gear game. That's just how I feel about it. So, the weapons, the equipment, the mechanics, the whole building aspect, that could have all been baked into their own individual IP. It could have been further perfected. They had the Fox engine, which did quite well. But while it's its own standalone spin-off title, I feel like it could have been so much more had they actually put the proper care into it. But that's my opinions on Konami. I'm still a little salty for what they did to Kojima, but I'm still going to give them credit where it's due on them actually making an interesting spin on a game. I know it didn't seem like it was as informative. Gotta love this song. I know it didn't seem like it was as informative, but I guess at least we talked a little bit about some of the things relating to the next Metal Gear, what this game excelled in, what it sucked in. Overall gameplay was really good. I just feel like the game itself was far too short. I feel like there wasn't enough there in terms of online, and I feel like if they did some sort of co-op mode, even if it was online only, with one person, one console, it still could have been pretty interesting for a story. Now maybe if they came up with something about referencing a Metal Gear or something along those lines, it would have been a little nod to Metal Gear Solid. But they should not have made another Metal Gear game in the way they did with this one. Because, you know, it saddens me. Good old Sahelanthropus here. But Metal Gear Solid 5, that was a phenomenal game. I just wish they would have fully finished it. They also had the rumors about the Demon Edition, which was supposed to add back in Mission 51, a bunch of cut content, and remaking some of the game. Of course, 4chan, you can't believe a word that comes from them. Still though, that's more food for thought that game could have been finished, so I think they should have focused more of their assets for Metal Gear there. Because who doesn't love good old Mother Base here? As you know, Sons of Miller, go check out my PF there. Sons of Miller, more so a meme than anything, because, you know, all the Miller memes. I feel like it doesn't have as much love as it needs. So thanks, Konami, for that. Fan base for Phantom Pain did kind of die. They're being pushed away from other people. They could honestly bring people back to Survive, but nowhere near in an official capacity enough to actually save this game. Because this game, as interesting as it was still kind of a failure. But it was successful in its own right. I mean, it got interesting survival stuff. I just wish a few of the things that they did was you could silence Virgil. I talked with someone a while ago who honestly got me into Survive that talked about getting rid of the mist and just adding in a lot more equipment. I think they could have did so much more with it. I think they could have opened up weapon customization and whatnot, but that's not about improving this game. It's more so just how I feel it did right. Those ideas, I mean, it's debatable, you know, depending on your own personal feelings on the game about what they should have did to make it better, because it's got lots of room for improvement, but it's also got lots of good things. Which of course I gotta finish fixing after one of my invasions that I did. There's still so much they could do with it, but they just discontinued updates all around for it, so I'm honestly not too hopeful for this game. I think Konami pretty much realized it's done. From what it looked like, turned on my PlayStation back, I believe it was September 26th of 2020, and there was an update for air quote stability patch. Which seems like that's all that Konami does with this game. But they realized quite early that this game was not going to give them what they wanted. But had they, like I said, they rebranded it into something else, people probably would have took the negative perception and they would have looked at it a lot better. Because, you know, orders and whatnot. Just shows you how much I play this game. Still not fully maxed out on my tree and whatnot, but who cares. Anyway, so that's pretty much that. The only reason I find playing this game is if I have a pass. And even that, like $10 for double resources. Not worth it to me. Too much of a cash grab there. Unlike Phantom Pain, it still had microtransactions. It still allowed you to progress an FOB, buy another FOB. I feel like if they just took the microtransaction aspect out of this as well, it would be a lot better. Anyways, I know it's a bunch of rambled ideas, mixed thoughts, but I don't pre-write any of my content that I put out there on YouTube. I kind of just do it from the mind, so that's why you might get a couple repeating comments here and there and so forth. Anyways, without further ado, Metal Gear Survive. I'm going to give you a C ranking. Mostly because of that. Freaking Gray Fox helmet. Wish they had it more. In my opinion, it did kind of save this series. Just a small amount for me.
Anything interesting?
Yes, Nicholas. I found out that Metal Gear Survive doesn't entirely suck.
Quite a burden. Sorry.
Metal Gear Survive couldn't have said it better about its stain on the series.
I'm glad you made it back okay.
Alright, you guys need to shut up now. Anyway, without further ado, this is Gothic Torre. Catch you guys on the flip side. Da 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 da. Snake Eater. Bring back the original Metal Gear.